am just leaving Pomme de Terre Lake where I live and heading over to Lake of the Ozarks to do some jugging for blue catfish with my nephew Anthony. As you can see, it's very foggy here, and I hope by the time we get to Lake of the Ozarks that this fog will go away. I'm always excited when I go fishing, but I'm even more excited on this trip because I get to fish out of Anthony's new boat. The boat is still under construction, and when we get there and I can show you pictures of it, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But come along with me because this is really going to be a fun trip. I'm almost down to the lake, and it looks like the fog has lifted. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. The wind is supposed to blow from 6 to 8 miles an hour, so this ought to be a perfect day to catch some blue catfish. This is the new boat. Anthony and his friend are custom building the boat, and if everything goes well during the winter months, it should be ready for use in the spring. The boat is 32 feet long, and as you can see by the writing on the boat, it will ultimately become a on-water taxi service boat on Lake of the Ozarks. At this point, the boat is really just a shell with a temporary console in it. Everything you will see in it today will ultimately be replaced. But it should be fun to fish out of, so let's go give it a try. Is that the 55.3?
That's what it's showing.
My land. I was on the Pomme last week and it was still 80.
Maybe a little warmer than that, but
I'll be darned. Lake of the Ozarks is a 55,000 acre lake with 10 to 12 million visitors every year. So this boat may be large to fish out of, but it's a small boat for these waters. A lot of the boats are 40, 50, and even 60 feet in size. So unless you fish early or late, or before Memorial Day, or after Labor Day, you better be very careful. It was about an 8-mile run down to the place where we ultimately decided to fish. We chose to fish this deep water flat that was about a half-mile square in size, and the water was running in the 35 to 45 foot range. The fish on this flat were scattered up and down the water column from about 15 feet all the way down to the bottom. When fish are stacked vertically throughout the entire water column, the uppermost fish are normally the ones that are actually feeding, so we chose to set our jugs about 20 foot deep. In most boats, when you're trying to bait up 30 jugs, it gets kind of tough because of the spacing. One of the first things I noticed about this boat was how much space I had to work in.
a lot of boats today.
Yeah, that one's in a hurry, isn't he? He's flat moving out. Hey, automatic release. Yeah. Feels pretty good. Well, he's taking off.
Yeah, they get close enough to that. I'll get her in there. He's really going with it. That little fella's really moving. Little bitty fella.
Just right. We've got one we think has a fish on it. It's quite a ways up there. That one feels good too, Anth. That feels bigger.
Like the rest of them. I ain't kidding you. The old days we've been down here, I think we've had maybe 3 fish in the slot, and we've probably caught, I mean, it's been like this every time I've been down here.
I'll be darned.
All been almost exactly the same.
Huh. Feels good. That means it's a little one.
A little better.
We only like 4 or maybe 5 fish having our limit, so we figure that if we pick up our jugs, we'll probably get that many just by picking them up. So we're reeling in our jugs and getting ready to go. Oops. I can't, when I get up there, I can't see them.
Too close to
Can you read? We've had one on that one. Well, we ended up catching 2 limits of catfish. They were small, but we would have thrown them back if they were bigger. It was a real joy to fish in this big boat. You can't believe how well it handled. It was also a real joy to have all of you come along with us. We had a lot of room for you this time, and we'll make room for you again next time if you'll just subscribe and hit that notification bell.